The Amazing Atheist.
Charlie Sheen. His name might as well be a synonym for fucking crazy. Not just crazy, mind you, but fucking crazy. And there's a subtle difference, you know? A crazy person might put out a tweet where they say that the president is from Kenya. Ooh, the dark continent. Kenya! Kenya! Can you feel it? Oh, yeah. Or a crazy person might put out a tweet that says that because the president made NCAA predictions, that means he's somehow unpatriotic. But only a fucking crazy person could possibly tweet this. Barry Cetera, Kenya. You won't attend a soldier's funeral across the street that you killed, yet you have time for brackets. Sad. Where to start with this? Barry Cetera, Kenya. That's our president's name, everybody. It took me a minute to figure out who the fuck Charlie Sheen was even talking about. Kindergartners come out with better insulting names than that. Like,
Charlie, spleen. Ha ha, you're a spleen.
Charlie, or should I say, Chucky Gorbola Cuckoo, in the vein of your own bullshit. What have you done? Okay, let's just examine this word by word. Barry. Okay, that makes sense. Barry is short for Barack, that's fine. Cetera. As far as I can tell, Cetera is not a fucking word in the English language. I can't even find a language that it is a word in. You know, if you type it into Google, all you get are links to Charlie Sheen's tweet. So, I mean, it's not a word. You just made it up. Where'd you even get that from? You could replace it with anything. It could be gloopity blork blork. Doesn't matter. It's gibberish. It's nonsense. Kenya. Ooh, because he's from Kenya. Obama ain't like us. Here in America, man. He's one of them Kenyans. You know how they is. You know how they is. I gotta give Charlie props, though, for his spelling in the tweet. Very interesting spelling of across. You know, I'd have gone with the traditional A-C-R-O-S-S, but I guess U-H-K-R-O-S works just as well. And killed. Yeah, killed. K-I-L-D. That's how that's spelled. Very interesting. Very creative way to save space in a tweet, I guess, you know. As long as it's phonetically the same, I guess it works. You know, after only 20 or 30 minutes, I was able to actually decipher what your tweet meant. I mean, you're basically saying that because the president made these NCAA picks instead of attending some random soldier's funeral, therefore he's a bad president. Anyone can play that sort of indignation game, Charlie. I could just as easily say, how dare you live your rich Hollywood elitist lifestyle when there are children starving in the street? But the fact is, Charlie, our president, whether you love him or hate him, he's a lot more industrious than the last guy. By August of 2014, Obama had taken 125 vacation days during his presidency. That's more vacation days than the average American gets, sure. But you know how many vacation days Bush had taken at the equivalent point in his presidency? 407. So, I mean, I know that just saying that Bush sucked doesn't make Obama good by default, but if we're not going to judge the presidents against each other, who can we possibly judge them against? So for you to say this is a president who's just not involved like past presidents have been. George Bush took 407 vacation days at the equivalent part of his presidency when troops were literally being shipped home in boxes by the dozen. So where was your outrage then? Where was your stupid misspelled poem about George W. Bush? I wonder what you would have called him. It probably would have been like Georgie Bladork Go-Go Bot. Some clever Charlie Sheenism like that. So Charlie, I'm going to leave you off with a tweet of my own. This one's about you. I actually tweeted it to my Twitter. A lot of people probably are wondering what the fuck I'm even talking about or who I'm even parroting, but I guess after this video it'll become apparent. But here it goes. I'm going to close with it, so I'm going to just give a preemptive piece the fuck out. Chuckity bloopity doopy machine! You is a lunatic who rants and raves about total bullshit. Yet you have a net worth of $125 million? Fuck! Or you could choose to read it F-U-C-K. Either way, I'm the Amazing Atheist, and if you want to see me review this terrible movie, Left Behind, starring Nicolas fucking Cage, piece of Christian propaganda that was actually released to theaters last year, horribly enough, if you want to see me watch and review that for my channel, then sign up for a free audio book from audible.com. You get a free trial. You can cancel anytime if you don't like the service, but I guarantee that you will because it's a great service. I use it myself, and there's tons of free audiobooks that you can choose from. You can get a free trial down below. Totally risk-free. Don't like it, just cancel. And there's tons of books available, whether you like fiction, non-fiction, scientific topics, self-help topics, whatever the fuck you're into, it's there in audio format, so you don't have to do all that pesky reading with your eyes. In fact, if you're multitasking enough, you can listen to one book and read another.